Good morning. Today we're going to practice drawing a sphere with value. Value is the range of lights to darks in a drawing. So we're going to be shading is basically what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to start out here by drawing in a circle. There we go. That's not too bad. All right, so I have to think about when I'm drawing in a sphere, what direction my light source is coming from. So in my case, my light source is going to be coming from the upper left. We'll say it's the sun. And it's shining down onto my sphere. So it's going to create kind of a bright white area on the upper left part of my sphere because that's the direction that the light is coming from. So I've kind of circled in here where I want my highlight or my lightest part of my sphere to be. So I'm actually not going to shade that at all. I'm going to leave that white. And very lightly with my pencil, I'm going to shade in the rest of my sphere. Because my sphere would be rounded, I want to try and do some shading that might also help to make it look as though it is rounded. I also want my shading to be nice and smooth. All right, so I've got it all shaded, but this still doesn't look like a rounded, convincing sphere. So there's still more value that I need to add. First of all, I need to make the transition from this bright white to this middle tone gray a smoother transition so that it looks as though the sphere is actually rounded. So what I'm going to do is kind of lightly wiggle my pencil along that edge that I've created. And when we're talking about shading, this is called blending. Notice that I'm not using my finger to blend. And as I move lighter and lighter, I get softer and softer with the pressure of my pencil. Now, I also need to add some darker areas. So I'm actually going to add a little bit of darkness in here because the light is not hitting this part of my sphere directly. I also need to make sure that that dark area blends nice and smoothly into the middle tone gray. The last thing that I want to add is a cast shadow. A cast shadow is the shadow on the surface next to and under your object. So because my sphere has the light source from the upper left, my cast shadow is going to shoot out to the lower right. My cast shadow needs to be even darker than my sphere. And you have successfully drawn a sphere with value. Next, I want you to draw a glue bottle. Let's see. and add some value. Go ahead and give it a try. See what you can do. First, draw in the outline of the glue bottle, and then go ahead and start adding some shading and value changes.